Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
The number of cars on the nation's roadways is steadily increasing each year. In addition to the constant traffic jams and increased exhaust emissions, there are a number of other problems caused by increased traffic, and one of them is parking zones, especially in residential areas. Arrogant car owners illegally take over sidewalks, playgrounds, and flower beds. Fortunately, your own backyard parking space can be organized in a way that is both legal and aesthetically pleasing. A legal parking space in the yard. To legally park in your yard, there are certain requirements that must be adhered to. Namely, the site plan of the house contains a section of the yard for parking. There is a decision of the meeting, in which there are signatures of all neighbors and clearly indicates the place for future parking in the yard. The lease agreement specifies the terms and location of the parking area. There are several other conditions. For example, a parking space for 15 cars must be located at a distance of 15 meters to the nearest residential building. If the parking lot is supposed to accommodate 50 or more cars, the distance should be at least 50 m. It is obligatory to draw up a proper plan of the parking lot location. Fences for parking should not prevent the free entry and exit of vehicles from the yard. The dimensions of vehicles such as ambulances and fire trucks shall be taken into account. Types of parking fences. Modern manufacturers offer a fairly wide range of solutions for parking lot fencing. When choosing a suitable option, it is necessary to take into account such their characteristics as strength, reliability, the material from which the parking space is made, the possibility of transportation, shape, design, as well as dimensions. Let's consider their main types and designs in more detail. Mechanical type parking lot fencing can be made from mechanical parking lot barriers. Mechanical barriers for parking lots are a simple construction made of metal, which is locked with a simple padlock. The cost of the barrier depends on the dimensions and materials of manufacture. The main element of the mechanism is a hollow iron tube. The principle of action of such a fence is a folding design. The principle of action is that the driver before entering the parking lot opens the lock and folds the fence to the ground. After parking or after leaving the parking space, the driver again needs to lift the folding structure of the fence and fix it in. The vertical position by means of a padlock or a special key offered in the set with the lock. This is the most primitive type of backyard parking lot fencing. Read also, intentional damage to the glass in the car. Solving the problem, automatic parking barriers fence the parking space in the yard can be done with the help of automatic parking barriers. This is the most functional, practical, and expensive solution. The main advantage of the system is that in order to open the lock, the driver no longer needs to leave the car. The control is carried out from a key fob at a distance. In order for the automatic barriers to fully perform all their functions, they must be supplied with electricity. This, in turn, entails a number of additional measures, including installation and laying of wiring, as well as connection to a power source. This explains the high cost and labor intensity of installing automatic equipment for fencing parking lot in the yard. Obviously, it is the most convenient solution for backyard parking. But when handling the equipment, you need to adhere to certain rules. All recommendations you can get from the manufacturer or supplier of automatic fencing. Pay special attention to the issue of wiring insulation and the ability of the equipment to work in low temperatures. The wiring will need to be carefully protected from frost, icing, and water penetration and exposure. The same applies to the automatic mechanisms themselves. It is better to check the insulation of the system in advance. Fencing posts. You can also protect your parking space with special fencing bollards, which are ubiquitously used for parking in various parts of the city. The problem of increasing number of cars is directly related to outdated highway schemes that were developed more than 50 years ago. That is why parking spaces in yards and on city streets, near shopping centers, offices, airports, supermarkets, etc., are so scarce today. The easiest and most affordable solution to fence your own parking space, or the entire parking lot, are fencing posts. Most often they can be seen along the sidewalk, lined up in a row and indicating the parking area. There are two types of these fencing posts to choose from today: portable, stationary. Portable fencing posts are quite popular. The material of manufacture is only galvanized steel. This is a guarantee of their reliability and protection from corrosion. Their size and weight allows you to constantly store them in the trunk and, if necessary, immediately use them. To install the post, it does not need to be attached to anything. There are also telescopic models that fold out to a length of up to 1 m, with a standard value of 0.7 m. Read also, how to learn how to properly touch and brake at traffic lights with an automatic transmission and an automatic transmission. Additionally, information about the owner of a parking space or parking area can be placed on such bollards. For convenience, many drivers leave personal data on them, including a contact phone number. This is especially convenient when it is necessary to urgently move the car for a short time for the passage of other traffic or due to other circumstances. Stationary fencing posts can be divided into several types: simple bollards, which are mounted in the asphalt; barrier posts; additional fencing in the form of a chain or rope can be stretched between them; ribbon fencing. The most primitive posts are usually large in size and weight. They are permanently mounted in the asphalt and serve as a permanent fence of the parking lot. There are no strict requirements for the appearance of such fences or their functional features. Nevertheless, there are many different designs and materials available to choose from today. Barrier posts are the same posts with an additional fence stretched between them. This can be a chain, pipes, metal profiles, rope, etc. Ribbon fences for parking lots are barrier posts with a wide colored ribbon stretched between them. This is the most attractive and convenient variant of such fencing. There are other, less popular types of fencing a parking space in the yard. One of these is the crab system. The fence is a metal structure consisting of two parts. One of them is intentionally mounted in the asphalt, and the second is attached with a special clamp. Either a built-in locking mechanism or an ordinary padlock can be used as a lock. To unlock the fence, it is necessary to open the lock and remove the upper part of the lock. After parking, you need to put the removable part in place and close the lock. Every driver knows how urgent the problem of parking is today. Especially it concerns parking in the yard of your own house. Fencing your own parking space is a civilized, aesthetic, and practical solution to the problem. If you have already faced the issue of fencing your own parking space at work or in the yard at home, share with our readers in the comments under this article. In conclusion, creating your own fenced parking space can be a rewarding project that enhances both the functionality and aesthetics of your yard. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can ensure that your parking area is secure, organized, and tailored to your needs. Remember to check local regulations and choose materials that complement your home. With a little planning and effort, you can enjoy the convenience of a designated parking space right at your doorstep. Thank you for watching, and happy fencing!